It's done. The Netherbrain is defeated. Along with the grand design, praise Mother Gith.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mizora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
And I'm still standing in the sun. This is incredible. Maybe whatever changed in me was permanent.
The tadpoles must
honey.
have died with the brain. The threat of ceremorphosis is no more. Of course, no slight intended towards your new form.
It's all right. I knew what I was doing.
I will ensure that all Githyanki know your name and your sacrifice. What you have done today will start a fire that rages across the astral plane. With their lost prince returned, my people will burn away Vlaakith's corruption. And it is all thanks to you, the Illithid who defied a Netherbrain.
You did good, Karlach.
I did, didn't I? I saved the fucking world. And I think
Yes,
I
you
might
did.
live long enough to tell the tale too.
I thank you, my liberator, my savior. My people are leaving, and I must leave with them. Come, Lae'zel. We will free the Githyanki and dismantle the Empire. Let them be imprisoned no longer.
This is your choice to make, Lae'zel, not mine. I entrust it to you.
Then you will come with me, and we will destroy
What?
the Lich Queen together.
No.
To look more gear.
What? No.
Sister in freedom.
No.
I
Shit.
welcome you to the
I
fight.
wasn't expecting that.
Orpheus, I am ready.
Kulas! Kuthas!
I think I have to reload now because I'm supposed to be a goddess with Gale. Shit. Oh, hold on. Let's see if there's a... No, never mind, Karlach. Or never mind, Lae'zel. God damn it. Shit. Okay, yeah, I have to reload. There are very specific plans for this game, and this is not them. I did not know that Lae'zel would do that. Oops. Sorry, Lae'zel. One of these days, you'll get the romance where I leave the planet with you.
Subdued. This is it, soul. Time to end.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking.
Oh,
all
hey,
of
now it's
Karlach's
Astarion's
strength to
neck
keep
that's
it there.
talking.
An opportunity, perhaps.
No more tad. My mom.
The painful silence, free of everything you did, everything you sacrificed.
I can't feel the tadpole. It's gone. We're free!
My powers, they're draining. Just like Minthara said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
We did it. The Netherbrain is dead. I can't feel the tadpole. They must have all died with the brain. That means we can't turn into mind flayers. Not that there's necessarily anything wrong with being a mind flayer, of course.
It's all right. I knew what I was doing.
I will ensure that all Githyanki with their lost prince returned. My people will...
I did.
You did good,
I saved the
Karlach.
fucking world.
I thank you. My people are leaving, and I must leave with them. Come, Lae'zel. We will free the Githyanki and dismantle the Empire. Let them be imprisoned no longer.
Your duty is to your people, Lae'zel. Go with Orpheus. Lead them to freedom.
Jacques von Findu, source of my joy. Without you, I wouldn't know warmth. Only ice and fire. I can never forget you. Your name will be etched in our slates. You will be called Mlage, Liberator. Orpheus, I am ready.
Julas! Juthas!
What the hell just happened to my head?
Farewell, Gestil, my liberator.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
What is it, wizard? Huh? There will be plenty to furrow our brows over in the morning. Why not take a break?
The crown. It's somewhere in the Gionthar. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. With the crown in my hands, I would be unstoppable. The casts I weave would be mine to command. I would be more than the greatest wizard who ever lived. I would be a god.
We will be gods together, Gale. I will be right by your side.
That day cannot come soon enough. But first, I must retrieve the crown. Have patience a while, and I will return to you, carrying immortality in one hand and offering you ascension with the other. I will be a god, as will you.
I've never been on first-name terms with a god before. It could have its perks. I can't imagine Mistra will take it lying down. Floating. However, gods relax. Still, good luck to him. I'm sure he'll go far.
What shall we do with our liberty?
Let's get drunk.
Heroically spoken. We must find an inn. Minsc has been banned from his share of ale halls, but I am sure you and Boo can speak for me.
I honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh, no. Oh, God. Well, it was nice when it lasted. Ah! I'm sorry. I have to go.
Poor Fangs.
We will find you, Astarion, and Boo will bring a sunflower.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid empire, no death god's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate. He slept like a babe straight through the night, dreamless, thoughtless, and almost entirely free. For the first time, you feel alone, calm. You breathe. Baal may have been your beginning, but he will not be your end. But what will you do now that your life is your own?
I will eradicate the cult of Baal, one cultist at a time.
Somewhere on the wind, you almost feel you hear a rumbling laugh. Father Baal loves no death more than that of his own children. He will welcome the challenge.
Oh, damn. I might have actually made my dad not be disappointed in me. Didn't mean to do that.
"6 months since you faced your father and refused your birthright. 6 months since you cured yourself of the urge. Your life is your own now, and you are already becoming someone new. But the memories of the past will not leave you alone. You receive an invitation one day, in a hand you recognize immediately. Challenger of gods, it reads. Surely thou wishest to see thine true family once more. Withers, who raised you when your father struck you down. He bids you join him as a gathering of your allies and friends. So, once again, you return to the place where you formed your first memories. You are calm. You are you. You can do this.
It's the worst time sometimes.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
The material plane. Always
last time I heard the ballad of the endless spring.
Fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste.
Worthy of a knee slap.
Squish.
Aha! I hoped I'd see you here. I imagine this must be quite a shock. Whatever you're feeling, do not be afraid. Still me, just an improved version.
I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me. About your promise.
Forget you? Never. I'm afraid time works quite differently in Elysium. I didn't realize how long I'd been gone until I received Wither's summons. I imagine you're wondering how all this came to be. The finer points of divine ascension are beyond mortal comprehension, I'm afraid, but I can provide a rudimentary sequence of events. First, I retrieved the crown of Karsus and reforged it using a series of precise and highly complex Netherese incantations. Then, I used it. As you know, the orb within me was the half-formed Karsite Weaver. Magic left incomplete by Karsus' self-destruction. I finished it. Using the crown of Karsus, I turned it into a new form of magic, fused with my being, driven by my purpose. And then I put it to work. As expected, Mystra was unwilling to hand over the reins of the weave, so I've claimed dominion over another area which I've passing familiarity.
Passing familiarity.
Ambition.
Would you mind demolishing Bell's domain while you're at it? You know, if you're passing through.
I assure you, this is merely the prelude to a far grander vision. Elysium's in for something of a shake-up. I confess, I expected Raphael to come knocking with that infernal contract we signed. But, strangely enough, he never showed his face. Intimidated, no doubt. I can say this much for now. Mystra is welcome to her dominion. My aims are set a little higher than offering cursory blessings to just any half-decent spellcaster. I exist, not to bestow favors on my followers, but to inspire them to seize their destinies for themselves, exactly as I did. I'm their proof. Proof their hopes are not barren wastes, but the loamy soil in which their future achievements will flourish. Proof that with ambition, anything is possible.
This Galarian magic of yours sounds intriguing. Could I wield it as I do the weave?
Ao would prefer to let the cosmic dust settle from my unexpected ascension before considering my right to grant my followers such power. I'm sure it'll come around in a millennium or so, and by then my creed will be something to reckon with. There are already several shrines in my honor scattered across the outer reaches of Thay, and rumors of a very prominent temple under construction in Arm. This is only the beginning.
For both of us. I'm ready to go with you, Gale.
I see you won't be claiming the domain of patience in the heavens. All in good time, my love. For now, mortality has one more night of enjoyment in store. You're finding it hard to stay away from me. Perfectly understandable. Divine essence has a rather magnetic quality where mortals are concerned.
You already had a rather magnetic quality where I was concerned.
And I promise, we'll be together soon enough. The sheen of Elysium.
Let's get yelled at by the cat.
Well, there he is. Gale in all his glory. I hope you're happy. The god of ambition. Have you ever heard anything more ridiculous?
Who put salt in your ale?
Carsus himself. He and his bloody crown. And you, for that matter. The Gale I knew wasn't like this. He recognized his mistakes. He was contrite. All he wanted to do was live. Unfortunately, he fell into company that turned his gaze toward foolishness. Yes, I mean you.
Gale is his own man, Tara.
False. He was mine. Though now he belongs only to his own pride. I know there's nothing you could have done to stop him. Not really. Once he'd decided to learn nothing from his mistakes, what use were either of our protests? Perhaps you'd be willing to come meet Gale's mother sometime? She misses him so. And I know it would do her heart a world of good to discuss her son with someone who knew him as he was.
I'd love to.
Jolly good. I'll tell Mrs. Dekarios to be expecting you. Oh, she'll be delighted. Things just haven't been the same without himself cluttering up the place. Enjoy your party, dear. I've heard you quite deserve a celebration.
Lae'zel, my love.
Haven't you any ambitions?
For 2 months, Orpheus trained me in the ways of the comet. For 2 more, I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
It's good to see you.
It's nice to hear it. It has taken all of Orpheus's efforts to conjure my projection, and all of mine to convince him to let me come. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This Fey Run.
So where are you now that you couldn't be here in the flesh?
Shractalor.
I've never heard of that. Should I have?
I wouldn't expect you to. The capital city of the Githzerai. An exiled people, once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into 2. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to their god king Zareth Minthara through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
Hold up. The great warrior Lae'zel is on a diplomatic mission?
I was as surprised as anyone when Orpheus spoke the order. My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minthara is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am a warrior of the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
Indeed. When will I see you again?
Soon. When the comet has risen. When the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust. I miss this place. More to the point, I miss you. I wouldn't even deny it with Vlaakith's vorpal blade at my neck. Though, I'd rather it not come to that. Now go, mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle. I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
So you made it! Now it really is a party.
Reunited with friends.
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And I must say, for someone who had to face down a dark god, you seem to be doing remarkably well. What have you been up to? No relapses, I hope?
Just researching Ballspawn. I want to know everything about Ballstate. Just in case.
Of course. A very sensible step. The last thing we wanted was another surprise. Not that I was worried, of course. I knew you'd have this under control.
Yeah, not worried at all.
I'm glad to see you doing well. I'm glad to see us all doing well, in fact. Things turned out rather nicely in the end.
What have you been up to?
I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
Yes, but you say all sorts of things. Honestly, I don't even listen half the time. It has made for a nice change, though. Inspiring hope in people instead of terror. Well, I do try to inspire a little terror. I'm still me, after all.
You seem happy. Are you sure you haven't been drinking blood?
No, this is all me. I swear. Don't get me wrong. I was a mess at first. Every day I yearned for the sun and mourned my curse to live in the shadows. But in time, I realized that darkness is as much a part of me as my fangs. This is only a curse as long as I refuse to embrace the shadows. So, I decided I would. I decided not to be defined by the choices other people made, by what other people did to me. My past may be done, but my present, my future, they're mine. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse.
And for worse. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Acceptance looks good on you.
That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
Distasteful.
You'd think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more.
The feeling's mutual. I missed you.
We have all pined for each other's company, I sense. I cannot imagine otherwise after what we shared. That bond was forged in a crucible that can never be stoked again, Oak Father willing. It is a bond that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
You sound like you need a hug.
I always do. Should I ever decline, assume a doppelganger has taken my place. That was more than worth the wait.
Well, I'm sure there'll be more where that came from.
Rest assured, my arms shall be ready. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
You first. I want to hear about the life you've made, the people you helped.
In that case, very well. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
Is this the balance you wished for?
In a manner of speaking, yes. Though it is a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. True balance is no simple, fixed thing. I see that now. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of.
I'm glad you're happy.
As am I. I may age more slowly than most, but I do believe I've gained some new laughter lines of late. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
All right, let's see what I have.
I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
Yeah, kinda. Regale Halsin with tales of your last 6 months.
You have kept yourself busy. I expected no less, in truth. I shall be able to keep the children enthralled for a few more nights yet, thanks to you. And should you wish to retell of your exploits in person, well, I shall not object to a night off. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else.
Tell me about Daniel and Oliver. Do you see much of them?
Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me. But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods, as far as I'm concerned.
Still partial to roaming in bear form?
I spend half my days in ursine form. The
Oh,
children
yeah?
demanded. I had a score of them taking turns riding upon my back just days ago. I'm glad they are so comfortable with the Oakfather's creations. But they must learn that not all are as amiable as I am. A lesson for another time, though. They deserve some joy. As for roaming, that impulse has dwindled, I must admit. Perhaps because I have found where I am meant to be.
You seem a lot more settled than I expected of you. I thought it was against your nature.
As did I, but somehow I feel like I no longer need to roam. That I have found something worthy laying roots for. Amazing what can be discovered about oneself, even at a ripe old age.
What of the Grove? Do you stay in touch?
On occasion, but I prefer not to interfere. Francesca of the High Forest is Archdruid now, and by all accounts, she has proven to be a steady and wise influence. Korga was beyond saving. But the others have a true mentor now, and I am very glad for them. Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this. Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
It's lovely. Thank you.
Just a token to remember me by. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities. We can speak again later.
You have managed to survive without me. A welcome surprise.
Good to see you too, love.
Here we are. A gathering of allies at a cold campsite with no servants to attend us and few luxuries to enjoy. Ah, we could have been conquerors. We could have ruled these realms as gods. Do you ever regret that we did not take control of the Netherbrain?
Occasionally, but I fear we would not have survived the attempt.
You may be right, but I cannot help but wish we had tried. That is in the past, though. Regrets are of little value, unless they are fuel for future victories. Few mortals have stood against gods and monsters as we have, and lived to tell the tale. We can write our own stories now, and leave our mark on these realms.
So what mark have you been making, Minty?
I feared that returning to the Underdark as an apostate of Lolth would be an act of madness. Perhaps it was. If so, it is a madness that fits me well. Rebels swarm to my cause, and even if it takes centuries, I will reclaim my house in Menzoberranzan. And make the Spider Queen bleed.
Sounds like you need no help from me.
Naturally. A fledgling god is of little use where my plans are concerned.
I'm sorry.
You may observe my works if you lack sufficient occupations of your own, but do not interfere. Unless you wish to learn how fleeting divinity can be. I expect
Yeah,
there
except
have
I'm
been other
gonna be a
reunions
god
to which I was
sooner.
not invited.
All of our friends look
well.
Gods, I smell like a 70-year-old cinder. Withers yanked me from Avernus with my blade halfway through a Cambion's belly without so much as a chance at washing up. I'll forget all that. By the stars' light and the moon's glow, it's so good to see you, and I've got so much to tell you. The Hell Hunt's no mere duty. It's a thrill. The demons I've disintegrated, the devilkin I've bled, the stories I could share. I don't suppose you'd indulge me.
A tale of battle told by the legendary Blade of Avernus? Of all years!
Yes, but just the one, or I'll be yammering all night. You want to hear about the Amnitsu at the Styx, the three-tusked Orthon, or the invading Gorestroy?
A three-tusked Orthon? Go on.
Word travels fast when a devil crosses the Delenbeer Vale near Daggerford. It had traveled a hell rift to a long-forsaken shrine. Luckily, the trail it scorched into the frontiers was hard to miss. It led to an isle of cracked rock in Avernus, floating amid a molten sea. The Orthon stood heaving, breath like brimstone and ash. And then it charged, splitting the ground with every thud so fast it left a trail of smoke. I could barely nick it, not with a blade, not with an arrow. It was the War Devil's weight that proved its own undoing. The third charge it made, I struck the rock with hail of thorns. The ground split apart the moment the beast stomped onto it. The Orthon slowly sunk, howling into the magma beneath. I let two of its tusks sink with it. The third I sliced free and presented to the first Duke of Daggerford, a rare trophy to grace his walls.
Incredible story. Wish I'd been there to see it play out.
I wish you'd been there to join in. Oh, to battle together, just like the old days. I suppose that's my way of saying I miss you. Tonight, I toast not just the people we've become, but the people we were. Warriors, winners, saviors.
Yeah, I've missed you. You were a pleasure to be around.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side.
Sounds like you've done a lot of killing for a warlock without his powers.
I won't lie. Losing the Eldritch blasts and the hexes took some getting used to. Nothing but void, where once there was hellfire. So I stoked new fires in myself using the lessons my father once taught me. The Blade of Avernus is a ranger, a hunter of the most hellish prey.
Your father must be proud of you. Have you been visiting?
I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart. Go on, the night's young. You shouldn't waste a moment of it. Or waste a single drop of wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oops, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Revelry and community on the eve of revolution.
I
Magnificent.
expect there have been other reunions to which I was not invited.
I talked to all of you. Karlach!
The whole gang.
Ah, soldier. How glad I am to see you again. I'd started to wonder if I ever would.
I was waiting for an invitation.
Maybe I thought our paths would cross on their own. Or maybe I wasn't sure what you'd make of me. I've changed so much. But then again, you have too.
Observe the sheen of mucus on her skin, the tentacles where her mouth was. Is this really Karlach?
I can't tell if that's admiration or revulsion on your face. Or maybe something else entirely. I'd ask you what you'd been up to for 6 whole months, but then I'd have to reciprocate. And I'm not sure you're ready for the truth.
After all we've been through together, you don't have to hide anything from me.
Let us test that theory. Do you remember how my favorite food used to be mutton chops? I'm now far more interested in, well, brains.
Oh, that comes with the Illithid territory, I suppose.
True. But I've found ways to maintain my values while respecting that which I am. That which made it possible for me to live. I've made arrangements with a healer in the city. When a patient is beyond saving, but still able to speak for themselves, they're offered a choice. They can go as nature intends to take them, or when they're ready, when their goodbyes have been said, their affairs settled, and all that awaits them is pain, I relieve them. When I consume their brains, I am nourished by much more than the physical nutrition. Their memories, from birth to death, become part of me. I've lived hundreds of childhoods, first loves, marriages, feuds, and friendships. I remember them all. And in this way, we all live on together.
That's actually quite beautiful.
Thanks, soldier. It feels that way too. It's been wonderful to see you again. Reminds me of old times around the campfire. We used to think becoming a mind flayer was a fate worse than death. I wouldn't trade my life, this life, for anything. Funny how things change, isn't it? Enjoy the night, my friend. I know I will.
Fine, from the looks of it.
Alright, that was Karlach. Who's left? We've got Jaheira.
Well, now. You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
Yeah, I missed you too, bitch.
How nice to be understood again. I have spent the past months bickering with builders and bankers, all to restore the city exactly as it was. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers, same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon, same cisterns overflowing, huh?
The Bell Temple still stands through the carnage.
An empty throne, thanks to you. The city will not be long in burying it. Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three, but nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two, if they don't expel her. Again.
What have you been up to? I want to hear what's going on with you.
Honestly, much more sitting down than I'd like. Mistake me not. There is still much to be done. Plans to make, maps to be frowned over. But my children are more than capable of doing it. Even the young ones tire of me peeking over their shoulders. This night offers them a brief respite from me, at least. And this place, now I look at it, it is where you all spent your first night together, no? A fine spot for an adventure to begin. A fine spot indeed.
You're not going back to the city, are you?
Of course I am.
Eventually.
Perhaps just the long way around. It would be good to stretch my legs for a bit. I'll find my way back, as I always do. I admit defeat. Baldur's Gate is my home. But that is the thing about home.
Only took 3 games for her to admit that.
The only way to see it clearly is to leave. And look back. For a little while, at least. But, should a mother wish to know how her children are faring, not worrying, mind, only wondering, perhaps you might write and tell me of them. And of you, too.
I mean, I'm going to be busy being a goddess by then, but sure. I mean, I'm not really sure how much I'll be around the gates.
Then I wish you well on your travels. You need not stay to look after the city. Duty without choice is servitude. You have your place. I have mine.
You should be proud of yours.
Still, we need not begin with the fare-thee-wells just yet. We have tonight. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
So you just have to drink all of it to make sure it's safe.
fine target for our enemies.
Wow, Karlach's hover pacing is weird.
Mustn't think about any.
Alright, I think it's back. Yep, there we go. Okay. Alright. I guess I'll talk to Alvar for. Oh, wait, I can't talk to you yet. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it, my Speak with Animals underwear is gone. Oh, no, oh, it's not gone. They just changed my underwear for the thing. Seriously, the things that come out of my mouth in this fucking game.
I play with Big Brother Scratch, but I'm careful. He's small.
Shit, I can't have him go home with Halsin now? Because I couldn't talk to him when I talked to him?
Yes. Miss this. More. Yes. Miss this.
Are we stuck in an infinite loop?
I play with Big Brother Scratch.
Shit. Okay, I fucked up on Owlbear. Sorry, Sniff. Yeah, I was wondering the same of you. Didn't think he'd want to be within an arm's reach of me again.
What can I say? We shared something extraordinary, even if we didn't always see eye to eye. Let's leave old squabbles in the past.
I mean, we fell in love and then Galen did it, so... The ending almost got fucked up, by the way. Lae'zel almost took me with her again to wage war against Vlaakith. I had to reload.
You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it.
I'll take that as a compliment. You look good too.
I suppose I do, don't I? I'm glad you seem well. Truly.
So what have you been up to?
I found a little cottage. Abandoned, half ruined. There's a lot of such places to be found thanks to the Absolute's armies. I've been making it my own.
How are your parents?
Healing. Learning to live again. It's hard to think of all that was robbed from them, but they're intent on making every day count for double. My mother's mind still drifts every now and again, but she has more good days than not so good days. She taught me her recipe for apple and plum pie, and when I tasted it, I actually remembered it from when I was a little girl. Some things can't be taken from you, it seems. Father's making himself useful, helping me fix up the cottage and caring for the animals. You should see the amount I have now. He's been waiting years for this. Now he can't stop smiling. Sorry, I'm rambling. Family life and pastry recipes probably aren't the most interesting topics for such a historic reunion.
I'm just glad you're happy.
As am I. And no small bit surprised, also. Part of me is afraid I'll wake up from the dream and find myself back in the wilds, or worse, at the cloister. But no.
Honey.
It's real.
Well, you must have been wondering what I've been up to.
Must I? You presume a great deal.
Bitch.
I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all.
Well, I've been visiting Candlekeep to research Ballspawn history. The librarians have really been fussing over me.
I can imagine. A celebrity in their midst. They must have raised their voices from whispers to faint murmurs. Hopefully these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make the extra effort ourselves.
Don't worry, we'll keep in touch.
I'm sure we will, but
I'll be
let's
watching you as a
proactive
goddess.
about it all the same. We're more than capable. After all, we've faced down bigger threats than wrangling together a few social calendars. Oh, before you go, how does a red dragon plan their day? They don't. They just wing it. Sorry. My father's got years of terrible jokes stocked up that he never got to tell me when I was younger, but lucky for him, I've never heard them. And seemingly, I am easily amused.
Truly, you remain a mistress of torment.
As if you'd have me any other way. Go on, you've got mingling to do. I'll work on my punchlines some more.
Oh, there's Minsc. Minsc!
Breathe deep, Boo. The smell of heroes sings from every stone in this place. To meet again where your journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsc and his hamster both. Oh, and for Happy also. Happy? Where did the little halfling go, Boo?
It's good to see you too. And this Happy is...
Soon to be very unhappy, for he has slipped Boo's leash once more. Perhaps he was too shy to meet you.
Yeah, that was it.
It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend, while we gazed down upon the very city you saved. Granted, Happy dangled upside down from my fist. Minsc caught him, a guild sneak thief sifting through the rubble. When the portal appeared, Minsc was so startled that he dropped the halfling through. Perhaps this is why he has grown dizzy and wandered off.
Well, I'm glad you came. It's been too long.
That it has. Minsc once idled away a century in stone, but he and Boo have been busy in these months since we parted. Nine Fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels, and so Minsc guards what remains of the battle site, even from her. But where Minsc might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same. Oh, of course, it is still for Boo to decide if they live or die. But enough, my friend! I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsc and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done.
Oh, who cares? Give me a hug.
Embrace me, my friend! And should you feel a squirming, know that it is only Boo. Or perhaps the buffet has gone bad.
Oh, he came down to my level. My face is phasing into his arm.
You are quite coated in hamster hair. Now, wherever you go, Boo goes too.
Oh my god, no, the glitch again. Oh my god. Oh my god, yes, oh my god. Oh my god, it's so much worse as a gnome. This is so much worse as a gnome. God damn it, Ethel. Oh my god, I'm crying. It's not that funny. Yes, it is. God damn it. What am I doing to him? Oh my god. Oh my god. I've been studying Pauline history. If you have any more allies from the last crisis, I'd love to meet them.
Minsc has wondered how that sad-mouthed grey cloak and flighty Aerie have fared, and whether Jan ever built his turnip cannon.
Oh my god, I'm still doing it.
But should you meet a red wizard, remember, you may have conquered your bloodline, but there is no shame in a small and sensible amount of murder. First, we must find the sneak thief and educate him on the company he keeps. Wyll Ravengard, the Blade of Frontiers, Devil-Horned and Angel-Hearted. Lae'zel of Creshkiller, true child of Gith and true friend to Boo, though she will and say it is not so.
Stop talking down to me,
who is
Minsc.
banished by the sun itself for fear his Spanish soul might outshine it. We visit him much down in the dark places, where he often moves his lair without remembering to tell Minsc where. Gale, who now names himself a god, though in truth, Minsc has known few wizards who did not think of themselves so. Shadowheart, two gods tugged at her soul, but she managed to keep it all for herself in the end. Wait, Boo, did she do something with her hair? Halsin, Archdruid of Arch somewhere. He is a much better man than he smells. And there, the champion of having tentacles, Karlach. She was once very tall and strong like Minsc, but we still like her as she is. And finally, Jaheira. If this is a name you do not already know, then not even Boo can save you. I hope you were listening, Happy! Boo says there will be a test! Go, my friend. Be among our friends. There is much work yet to be done before this one is fit to join them.
Oh my god. Oh, I would say I should stop hugging Minsc, but I oh my god. Okay, so last time it was Astarion compelling me because I was trying to break up with them that one time. And at this time it's just Ethel cursing us from beyond the grave. I'm not dealing with Volo's bullshit. Alright, I got Squish and Tar.
What a lovely occasion this is.
Oh my god, that is so not Karlach. I think I got everybody. I don't think I missed anybody. I'm pretty sure I got everybody. Oh, actually, I'm going to talk to Minsc's little buddy.
He's going to kill me, isn't he? Not the big mad bastard. The
Alexa,
hamster.
stop.
I
Alexa,
expect
stop
there have
listening.
been other reunions to which I was not invited.
I don't know what the hell she thinks she heard. I also don't know what the fuck Happy said because my robot started talking over her. No, the big mad bastard, the hamster. Yes, the hamster is going to kill you. Alright, I think I get everybody. Oh, there he is.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel?
I'm proud. You gave me a new life, another chance. I did my best with it.
I am pleased to hear it. The satisfaction of one's intention is, to my surprise, a rare accomplishment. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
Well, I think I caught up with everyone, so what comes next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen.
Alright, it's almost God time. God o'clock.
The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
To the hope of more adventures to come.
To you.
Alright, it is God time. I know it's his bad ending, but it's so beautiful. I still love it.
So, it's time for me to return to the heavens.
Leaving already, Gale Dicarius? I think not. You have something of mine. The crown of Karsus.
Are you seriously trying to take the crown from a god, Raphael?
I'm not going to take it. He's going to give it to me, as promised. Isn't that right, Gale?
You're an alluring figure, Raphael. I confess, I took a liking to you the moment we met. We have something in common after all. Ambition. But here's where we differ. You have lofty goals, and the crown is the key to them. You're desperate to get your claws on it. Ambition is your bread and bloody butter. But it's more than that to me. It's my domain. And I think in your case, I'll bend the rules and make things a little more interesting for both of us.
Do not toy with me, wizard.
I thought you liked playing games. You can have the crown, Raphael, but you'll need to come and collect it from my realm.
You can't do this!
I rather think I can. Ta-ta for now. That was immensely
God, I love that.
satisfying. I need to go and prepare for him to come knocking at my door. The question is, do you wish to go with me? To become a god at my side?
What did you just do to Raphael?
I hit him where he's most vulnerable, pricked his pride, and sent him back to the hells to lick his wounds. He'll be back. The question is, will he find us side by side?
So if you're the god of ambition, what am I going to be?
That is for you to decide, my love. Ambition made me what I am. What drives you, we have yet to discover. Your domain will come to you as you settle into divinity. I can't wait to see what you'll become.
I want that more than anything. I'm ready.
Then follow my lead. Close your eyes. How do you feel? And that's just
and now
the
I'm
beginning.
back in the dress I wore the whole game.
I have so much more to show you.
Kinda, yeah, but it's really beautiful. There you go. You got the bippity boppity fuck you ending.
Dead three.
Oh, there's
Thy
something
face
interesting
is
for me to do. His name is Gale.
Thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice?
Of course they
Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
God damn it, the ending made me more awake because it made me all giggly and happy. Oh yeah, I forgot about this part.
I owe you a debt of gratitude. It is thanks to you that Gale, the wizard of Waterdeep, became Dekarios the Divine, god of ambition. Without you, he would not have survived the appetites of the tadpole. It would have feasted on that impressive mind of his, and all of his talent would have been snuffed out forever. But mere survival was not enough. Not for Gale, and not for you. Saving your world from the gods and monsters that threatened it wasn't enough. Gale wanted more, and you encouraged him to ignore every sensible instinct, to ignore the lesson of Karsus's folly, and to reach for the heavens. You were the spark that rekindled Gale's hubris, and set him on a course that will make Celestia quake. I longed for the crown to satisfy my own ambitions, and I was furious that it had escaped me again. But I have assessed the situation, pondered every variable, plotted every possible course, and I have come to realize that this is for the best. In time, long after you're gone, Gale Dekarios will cause such division and chaos in these realms that even the lords of the hells will be aghast to see it. Ambition. Such a delicious sin for mortal kind to indulge in. Such a dreadful weapon for an immortal to wield. The gods will be sundered, and from their ruin